welcome back for another episode here.
Hello, Franklin.
Hello, AJ.
Hello, things are going pretty good, I guess. The world keeps turning, as they say. One day, another rotation of the earth. That's how that works.
Yep.
You get one rotation every day. It spins so fast you don't even realize it, you know?
Yeah, I know. It spins and then it goes dark and then it's light again.
Yeah, I remember could feel it spinning beneath me. I'd get a little dizzy.
Yeah.
But it was like year 4 where you lose that feeling.
Yeah. That's when I really noticed I had my kind of feet under me. Before that, though, things are wobbly because you're just more into the rotation of the earth.
Mm-hmm. Not used to my home planet, you know. The gravitational pull is a little different.
Yeah, it takes a couple years to get used to it.
Mm-hmm. What's been going on, man? What'd you know?
Just, I know we've both been working a lot.
Yeah, a ton. That's all you do, really.
Yeah.
That's all you try to do.
You
You know? I don't know what the other, I guess I could be an entrepreneur.
And post financial content on the internet.
My financial goals would be an entrepreneur to tell the people how to do finances.
And then you have to put in parentheses underneath it, this is not financial advice.
It's never financial advice, but it is.
But it is.
That's where you get them. I'm going to write a whole section of books, just copy and paste from other books that I deem.
Just do like a quick literature search with some AI tools. We got a lot of them out now.
Is AI good enough to write me a book right now on financial advice?
So it's funny that you mentioned that because I was just looking at a Reddit post like yesterday, and they did a search for, I don't even remember what the topic was, but it was some topic they were looking for, peer-reviewed journal articles in.
Yeah.
And they searched like one of those terms that ChatGPT always gives back when like it's giving like a warning, like, hey, this information might not be up to date because up until whatever the thing says now is like May of 2022 is my most recent knowledge, blah, blah, blah. And they searched that in like Google Scholar or some database, and they just had hundreds of pages with those words bolded that clearly nobody proofread, and they just published all of this stuff.
That's usually what it is anyway.
Yeah.
Can you write like a scientific paper for you if I put in just...
You could probably have it do like a meta-analysis of like other papers, I would imagine.
That's what any papers are these days anyway. They're just meta-analysis of other bullshit.
Because there's just it's the easiest way to get something published.
You gotta get your name on a paper.
Yeah, so you gotta go quote unquote review some stuff that's already
if you want to go to the East Tennessee School of Medicine, you better have your name on a paper.
Yeah.
That's my advice for kids. Get your name on a couple papers. 3, 4. And share papers with your buddies. You step into a lab.
Tosses their names on their
if you step into a lab, you should get your name on a paper.
That's how it works, right?
If
I walk into Augusta, my name should be on that trophy.
It's eminent domain.
Yeah.
You're part of the story. I was back in the day, if I stepped into a lab for 30 minutes or longer, my name was on that paper. Highway robbery.
What else is going on? There's a lot of stuff going on. I feel like on the topic of AI, Elon, everyone's favorite tech entrepreneur,
He's my
Elon
favorite.
Musk, is suing. He's either suing OpenAI or Sam Altman. Regardless, he's suing them.
I'm gonna say they deserve it.
Well, do you know like
Case
the
closed.
You know the backstory.
Do you
of it
listen
all?
to Patrick Boyle by any chance on YouTube? He's kind of the best. He's this English guy that gets on there and goes really in depth on financial topics and bits of the news.
I feel like I know who he is. Yeah,
bald, typical English man,
and he's English. Yeah, I think I know who he is. Yeah,
really good, probably the best. He's a friend of our show. We need to shout out Patrick Boyle. Maybe he'll get some more views. But great analysis of everything. He went over the case in depth, and you come to find out Elon's probably right.
Yeah, it's interesting because I guess like what's the quick summary of it? Basically, Elon was a co-founder of OpenAI. And the whole point of it was supposed to be like this open source thing.
It's in the name.
It's literally in the name, but now you have to pay for the premium version, and they're owned
by Microsoft,
48 to 51% or something by Microsoft. So it's an interesting whatever happens with this judgment. I think it'll be an interesting precedent for future companies and whatnot, because
Yeah.
if you can just create a nonprofit and then convert it to a regular
profit.
company, like after you get all your funding and everything, then yeah, I don't know.
It's interesting that, you'd probably be shocked to find that how many nonprofits are for profit.
Oh yeah.
You see that watch on your wrist?
Yeah, that's a nonprofit, isn't it?
It's a nonprofit. That's a tax write-off from what I hear.
And then you saw everyone's seen all the Boeing news. We had touched on it last episode a little bit, but then there's been developments.
Yeah, it's interesting. There was a whistleblower.
Yeah, he was a quality engineer for like 30, 40 years. Here I have a list actually I saved, which I thought was kind of crazy of everything that's happened in the past. So this was last week, everything that Boeing had happened to them. They had the quote-unquote suicide of your quality control manager. It looks like he worked there for 32 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he had...
It's weird how he balled and gagged himself before he offed himself.
Yeah, I don't know what the specifics of... I know they found him in his car outside of a hotel.
Ironic.
Then there's a criminal probe for the 737 MAX mid-flight blowout. This is from a good Reddit post. There was 50 injured in an Australia to New Zealand flight that week as well. There was... What was it? Oh, yeah, the wheel that fell off a plane. I think it was like a 777 that was like mid-takeoff. And like one of the rear wheels from the landing gear just fell off.
That's insane.
Yeah, and that, I mean, realistically, that could be a maintenance thing too. I mean, that can, if you're not keeping.
It's not like a Honda Civic, you know what I mean? You probably have to get your 747 maintained.
Yeah, I mean, a Civic you have to too, but it probably requires a lot
not
less
much.
than your.
I drove a Honda Passport for 7 years and never changed the oil.
This is the crazy one. So, of 89 audits during an examination conducted by the FAA, they failed 33 of those 89 audits. And that was after a panel blew off of one of the Alaska Airlines jets.
Is the only competitor to Boeing Airbus as far as commercial flights?
I think commercial flight, like there aren't, I don't know.
You think Cessna would get in that game with this opening?
I don't think that Cessna is placed in the market right now.
With the Gulfstream?
They could, but yeah, I don't know. Like all the Citation jets and things are a little smaller. They're more, business centric, aircraft.
It'd be interesting to see. I rode an Airbus to Orlando the other day. Mm-hmm. It's uncommon to get in the U.S. and get on a plane. It's an Airbus. If you're in Europe, they're all Airbuses.
Yeah, well, it's a European company.
It's a European company, so it makes sense. But has there been any Airbus complaints other than with Ryanair? Ever?
Ryanair gets the most crap from, I think, like any company.
They asked me to be a pilot for them. I have 6 flight hours, and so they sent me a flyer saying fly with Ryanair.
I mean, it might be easier because I don't think you haven't flown anything with autopilot yet, have you?
No, you just
with the exception of maybe like a rent a Tesla here and there.
Yeah, Tesla's so close as I've gotten autopilot. Autopilot can be dangerous in those small planes, like a prop plane.
Yeah.
You get a lot more manipulation of the engine. You don't have the torque of a jet to kind of make up for any lacks.
Yeah.
And then you're constantly dealing with rotation of the prop and everything. So that's what got that Knoxville YouTube girl into trouble.
Yeah, that was a few months ago, right?
Yeah, well, it was about a year ago or so. But she was using her autopilot too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I know there was...
On a Piper.
Yeah, there was some other videos, I guess. I don't know if you ever watch like those YouTube aircraft safety
flight debriefs
afterwards.
I love that show.
They're so
That's
good.
one of the best YouTube channels out there is Pilot Debrief.
And they were talking about like just some of her other videos she had posted and like just some simple navigation errors and things like that. They're like, oh geez, like doesn't seem too safe. And then that ended up happening within like the same year of that.
Yeah. It's not good to video blog your pilot journey, I don't think.
No, I think
I'm against that.
Yeah.
It's just as much
unless your whole message is focusing on safety and that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think there's something to be said for that,
but to be a cute pilot and put videos on, I don't know. It's a good idea, I guess. It worked until it didn't,
Yeah, your risk management strategies have to be pretty optimal, I think, when it comes to that kind of thing.
Yeah, flying, piloting is something you can't mix with any other thing.
No.
Except alcohol.
What was which movie was about that?
All of them? Airplane?
Oh, Airplane. Hey Billy, have you ever seen the inside of a Turkish prison?
Don't Call Me Shirley. That was a
great
there's
movie.
a lot of good quotable elements from that. That and Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
We should watch Spaceballs.
I just love that the Tesla Plaid is based off of Spaceballs.
They have ludicrous mode.
They have ludicrous mode and Plaid.
It's funny. Elon's got a good sense of humor.
I just think it's funny that like potentially the richest guy in the world created a feature off of a parody movie for his flagship product. There's something hilarious about it.
That's why I love Elon. He doesn't care. It's great.
Yeah,
I like to see that.
Yeah.
Say what you want. Unhinged.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think some of these like big name people, kind of going off unhinged, saying what they want, I think kind of evens things out a little bit with, people being a little bit too uptight.
Yeah, you need to have that.
It kind of balances things out. Like,
yeah,
you're not going to agree with every crazy thing somebody says, but also like,
you need to have some
outliers. You need to have some outliers to kind of find the true mean, I think.
You don't get genius unless you dig up a bunch of fucking dirt.
Yeah.
You don't find gold unless you dig up dirt.
Yeah, ask Parker Schnabel about that one.
Parker knows.
You ever watch Gold Rush on Discovery Channel? Oh my gosh, it's such a good show.
Did he ever?
My dad is like obsessed with it.
I watched Cursed, the Oak Island.
Oh yeah.
They never found anything.
No, they never do.
It sucks.
They get you thinking they're going to. Though.
It's like the same.
And then
episode.
they cut to a commercial break. And they come back to the last 3 minutes, and then it's the new episode.
It's like if you watch one season of Shark Tank, it's the same bullshit. You get somebody selling either cookie dough, dog treats. Once in a while, you might have like a kitchen appliance or some clothes. Damon will jump on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Lori gets all they sell stuff on Home Shopping Network, which baffles my fucking mind. Who the shit buys anything off Home Shopping Network?
Isn't that crazy? There's still, I guess, a market for it these days.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's a weird thing that somebody would do that. And then the other two, the four split like the cookie dough. It's always cookie dough or some kind of cookie bullshit.
Yeah.
And then there might be a shirt or some clothing company that Damon hops on.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Those are
you never see like OpenAI should have went through Shark Tank. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Starlink.
There was that guy that had an idea for some like Neuralink type device. He's like, so is this Bluetooth
It was fake.
thing? Yeah. Oh yeah, it didn't exist.
Fake.
But he's like, it's just a Bluetooth thing that you're gonna put behind your ear.
All we need to do is get that thing in there. Then we have a system. If we can get that computer there in that head, we can figure shit out.
Yeah.
How much you want to evaluate my company at $3 billion?
Today, Sharks, I'm asking for $300 million for 0.25% of my company.
So what do you say?
It's called Bird Hole AI.
Yeah.
Are we onto something here?
I think we're on to something. Yeah, I need Kevin O'Leary to give me some advice, some life advice.
Yeah.
What watches to buy?
I mean, everyone has their own taste, but he always wears his watches on a red leather strap.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you want a little variety?
Everybody has to have a trademark. He's not the man that screams trademark to me. Growing up as a kid, you'd see Tiger wear red on Sunday, and you'd be like, I want to emulate that. Does anybody ever look at an obese, bald Canadian and say, you know what I'd like to have around my wrist? A red strap. It either means, you're Mr. Wonderful or you're trying to get into Coachella on a Wednesday. Like
still wearing his.
Oh yeah,
Wednesday's
red day. Yeah, that's the red strap. So for anybody trying to go to Coachella, just get some of those red wristbands. You can wear it out. Did you ever wear a Live Strong band when you grew up?
Those were big for a while. I don't know. I don't really remember, to be honest.
You never had one? I got sometimes from the St. Jude golf tournament. I wore them every day for about a week, and they broke. And that was the end of my rubber bands for craze.
What were those? You remember those rubber bands that you took them? Everyone wore them as bracelets, and then you took them off, and they were shaped like an animal.
Yeah.
What were those called?
Bandits or
silly bands?
Silly bands.
Something like that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I think it's just funny, like random fads.
Yeah.
Like what makes something like that catch on, you know?
I don't know. Marketing. If you get into kids, the thing about marketing is if you get cool kids to do it, other kids will follow in.
Yeah.
Then parents will do it because they're dumb. So
I think there's some truth to that.
If we could if we can find the cool kid in every class and market something to them, they're usually not the smartest, so it's kind of easy. And that's how American consumerism works.
I think you're right. I think you're really onto something.
We get a cool kid, kind of built for a third grader.
He's like
blonde.
He's like 3 inches taller than the rest of his class. He plays running back and
he's not even the tallest one usually. See, I was the tallest one, but I was always a nerd. I was never that cool. Were you cool?
No,
I wasn't either.
No,
I wasn't either. Yeah. See, the uncool kids are smart enough to build up for that. If you're too smart, you can't be that cool.
No.
You understand the world's problems.
Yeah, you're too. You're not. You have too much of a filter.
You need about a solid 100 IQ, built like a stud. Then you're cool. You know what I mean?
When you're, when you're a kid.
Yeah, I don't know what gimmick kids would have these days. Heelys have been done.
The crazy thing is, I don't even know if that whole idea is going to persist like we knew it as kids, because like everyone's just so like glued to TikTok and all these things now.
You need TikTok people to do it.
Yeah, but like when is a kid not on TikTok to go do anything else?
Yeah, they'd have to see on TikTok to emulate it in real life.
And they'd have to put their phone down to go do the thing.
They would. It'd be easy. Something easy for them to do.
Yeah.
Like a wristband.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
If we get everybody to wear something like a finger glove, finger condoms. I don't know. I don't know what the thing to do is. I'm not good at marketing.
Speaking of TikTok, what's going on with the whole TikTok ban thing?
That's an interesting one.
There's always talks of it, like every couple months.
It is pretty toxic.
Pretty toxic?
Pretty toxic.
It is, yeah.
What do you think about it?
I don't know. It's interesting because, okay, so it's a Chinese company. So right off the bat, that's one red flag.
It's literally a big red flag.
Literally a red flag.
Little gold star on the top.
Yeah. So it's an interesting thing because, like, the obvious solution I think would be create an American version of it that's better in some way, or because like TikTok really it's just like a slightly modified version of Vine, right? Vine kind of just went to crap and then it got bought out and shut down or whatever. So you almost need something. You almost need like an American company that basically does the exact same thing and somehow get people to migrate to it. But when you have hundreds of millions of users on that already.
Ever used Instagram's version of TikTok?
No, I mean I don't really go on
or
Instagram.
YouTube Shorts. What's the difference?
YouTube Shorts is I'd probably spend more time on YouTube.
That's some good American companies to corrupt the mind. I'd be happy with that.
I'd rather at least have our country corrupted.
Exactly. Minds, right? I want my kids to be corrupted by, its own good American, people. It's hard to think of. Yeah, China does this interesting thing where they monitor the TikTok over there
Yeah.
through ByteDance. ByteDance is the overlying company, but
Binance owns TikTok?
ByteDance.
Oh, ByteDance.
Not Binance.
I was like, Binance?
ByteDance.
ByteDance, okay.
So they have it in the day where kids are limited to 2 hours or 3 hours or something, but then between entertaining TikToks they have math and Chinese patriotism, like things thrown in there.
Yeah.
And then also history and then school lessons. Part of their curriculum is to go through TikTok and learn. Do you know how fast those kids are learning through that? Like, you sprinkle, if you want kids to take medicine, you chop up the pill really nice to put in something sweet, right? Mm-hmm. So you get a little bit of the bitterness with the sweetness. So if you could alternate those. See the problem with TikTok in the U.S., it becomes poison really quick because your mind gravitates. When I'm on YouTube Shorts, and it's probably similar, I stare at the bullshit. Yeah. I want the candy.
But
I'm resting.
Yeah.
I don't want to go over theories and algorithms and watch Jordan Peterson for, little 30-second clips exploring the universe, which might expand my mind. But, I'm into that, and that's how my algorithm starts, but then it ends up being like somebody blowing up something or a fight.
Yeah.
And then I get more fights. And then if you go on it now, it's just trash.
Yeah.
It's like blowing up shit, shoplifting, fights.
The worst for me is like let's say I go to the gym late at night, shower, go to bed, and I open up YouTube Shorts, and then all I see is like cooking videos, and I'm just like starving. And then you you think, do I need to go make a snack when you weren't planning on it? You've already kind of hit your protein intake for the day, and you're satiated, but then you see a couple of nice sears on a couple of Wagyu ribeyes. The next thing you know, you're starving.
Yeah, there's some crazy ones. You know what I mean? You watch a butcher break down a whole cow.
Yeah,
that's like 40 shorts right there.
Yeah,
and you keep going to them.
Yeah,
and then by the time that I'll spend 2 hours on that thing.
Yeah,
and I don't know where the time went. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's but if you could sprinkle in some good propaganda.
Some positive propaganda.
You could really carry over your point.
Yeah.
Like once in a while, make you watch it. But I don't know. That'd be interesting to see, would the outcome be so different if it was... I haven't seen TikTok, You can... if you wanted to, you could make people believe whatever with those shorts.
Oh, yeah.
They're just so droning and addicting.
Yeah.
You can perpetuate anything.
Well, the other thing with TikTok too is like when you scroll from one video to the next, it just starts playing too.
That's it. It's hard to watch long form videos now.
Everyone's attention span is just a little thwarted by the powers that be.
But the worst part is when you start a YouTube short and you have to do something. Like sometimes I'll start a YouTube video and go do laundry, go to sleep. But if you start the YouTube short, it just perpetuates and plays over. If you fall asleep to that, man, who knows what play on your mind it is. Yeah. You ever watch that Dexter's Lab video where he learned French?
Yeah. Yeah.
So the record skipped, and he just learned cheese omelet. And so all I could say was omelette du fromage. Omelette du fromage.
That was such a good show.
But his day was successful because all the girls thought he was brilliant because he'd speak French. Is his little German? Why was Dexter German?
Why was he?
I don't know.
Because I think it just goes. They're just playing on that stereotype of
he had a Midwestern family,
but he was German.
He was a little short German kid with thick bottle Coke bottle glasses who did physics. That's funniest shit ever.
That was like my favorite show.
Oh, my favorite show too. Stupid Dee. Get out of my laboratory. He was a little German physicist.
That was
during the nuclear age. Which is hilarious.
That was like my goal growing up was to have his like secret hidden laboratory.
Oh, it was awesome.
It was like he went behind his shelf and then like slid down into his like perfect lab that had everything you'd ever
Man, that showed so much going on. You had the best part was he had Monkey.
Yeah, Monkey.
Who had like a harem of like just scantily clad babes. And he was a monkey. And they all loved Monkey, and he was like a hero. just a little chimp.
So funny.
Monkey.
Yeah, Cartoon Network had some good programming back
Oh
in the day.
man, you had
Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff Girls. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a really good one. But Johnny
Samurai
Bravo.
Jack. Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo.
Johnny
man.
Bravo, yeah.
He'd be one for the ages. I'd like to see that one come out now. Oh, yeah. He was like Elvis.
Yeah.
He
but
just worked out all the time.
He was blonde Elvis.
And he was the original pickup artist. He
Yeah.
had no fear.
No fear.
He got maced 3 times an episode.
No success either.
No, which is the best part. Hey, baby. You think about stacking those pancakes over here? Hoo-yah.
That show, so they just don't make stuff like that anymore.
Hey, Pops.
Remember Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Mm-hmm.
It was like the most like it was
It's good for kids.
Isn't it funny that that's a kid's show?
Mm-hmm.
Just like the creepiest show.
It was like something that would be on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
Now you get some weird shit on there.
Even Nickelodeon, Ren and Stimpy was on Nickelodeon, right?
That was a crazy show.
That was crazy.
Stupid Stimpy. What ethnicity was Ren? He was like some Eastern European.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he was German too.
Yeah, maybe that was just like the trope in kids' cartoons in the 90s was that there was always like a German character.
He was always serious and smart.
Because it was always like this, the serious character that like, like they were the one that was always like,
Was Ren a dog and Stimpy a cat?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, he was so stupid. You remember Rocco's Modern Life?
Yeah.
That was a trip, man. He was Australian, a wallaby. His best friend was Heifer. He was an idiot. Whoever created those kid shows were just genius.
How did they do it,
I don't know. It was always a by comparison intelligent person with an idiot.
Yeah.
But on the outside they were both pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Like Pinky and the Brain,
Yeah.
SpongeBob and Patrick.
Yeah.
Ren and Stimpy.
Even Ed, Edd and Eddy was like that. The one, I don't remember if it was Ed, Ed or Eddie, was like an idiot.
Yeah, ED.
Yeah. I think, maybe they just knew you needed that, like, that kind of delta between the two of them to really, really make the show what it was.
Oh yeah, and the other guy was like a 1950s like dad. He was always trying to deals, like scam.
Yeah, they were always like plotting something. That was like every episode
to get jawbreakers.
Yeah, because that's what you could like fit into like a 22-minute episode. Was like some scam. Somebody was trying to always scam somebody.
They're always just scamming. Ed, and Eddie. Man, there's some good shows. You can't get those. That's why our generation thinks a little more.
Nothing says deep thinker like Ren and Stimpy or Ed, Edd and Eddy.
It's all trash now. It's all watching somebody play Call of Duty on Twitch.
Nothing wrong with that, but a little more one-dimensional, I think, too.
One-dimensional. You don't have creativity.
Yeah. You can 360 no scope from one side of the map, or you can do it from the other side of the map.
That's it.
But at the end of the day, there isn't as much inherent variety there, I think.
No.
Entertainment-wise.
The thing is, you could rewatch those shows and get a lot of nuance from adult themes that you might not have had.
When you were like 7.
Yeah, it's like Cow and Chicken.
Yeah.
That was weird. The Devil in High Heels. He was a cross-dresser. That was awesome. The parents were just legs. How weird was that? That was a kid's show. Man, those shows were good.
How was you were at Bay Hill, right?
Bay Hill's an awesome place.
We play it so much in the simulator.
I had an inkling for the course when I went there.
Did it fit your eye?
Fit my eye. It's a hard course, man. It's pretty cool. Everything looks great.
Who'd you watch when you were there?
Ludwig Aberg.
Nice.
Shine Lowry. That's the main two. Saw Rory a bit. Saw Sahith.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was good to watch.
How does the hit finish?
He finished second. He finished sixth. Tied sixth.
Nice. Which tournament was it that he won?
He won the 40 net.
Nice.
He's my new favorite player.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's watching.
Have you started the new season of whatever the Netflix show?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that.
I need to see it.
I want to watch that, and I want to watch Masters of the Air.
That's going to be a good one.
The
That's something that I want to see so bad. I'll keep putting it off because I really want to enjoy it, and I'll see it 6 years from now.
Probably.
That's stupid of me. I do that a lot.
Yeah, I remember when Band of Brothers came out. That was like my favorite show.
Mm-hmm. That was so good. Curray. 101st Airborne.
Yeah.
It's right down the road. That was cool, man. Did you ever watch the Japanese version of Band of Brothers?
No.
That was a cool one too.
When did that come out?
Shortly after.
Okay.
About the Marines.
Maybe I did see it.
Yeah, I bet you did.
I'm sure I did.
It was all produced by Tom Hanks, wasn't it?
Band of Brothers?
He did the narrating, didn't he? Who produced it?
I don't know. I know Tom Hanks was in Saving Private Ryan, right?
I thought he did Band of Brothers too, like as far as producing.
I know the producers that did Band of Brothers also did Masters of the Air.
Yeah.
That's why I was so excited to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, I really want to see that too.
Because like when I think of my childhood and learning about World War II, I think of Band of Brothers.
Yeah, it's the best way to learn. It was a cool war. Wars don't get that cool anymore.
No, you can watch them in real time though.
Yeah.
Because everyone's posting TikToks.
Yeah.
Of drone striking, like Russian artillery and stuff.
Not the same anymore.
No.
Not the same. Used to, you had to go in the military. You got drafted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was cool.
Yeah, I don't know. That's most of everything that's been going on, right?
Mm-hmm. You know, I can't think of too much else.
I'm just excited now. It's warming up a bit more. We can play some more real golf outside.
Did you really buy a variety pack of Oreos?
No, that was leftover.
You went to Costco and you bought an Oreo variety pack that has 3 varieties.
Double stuff, regular, and
that's hilarious. It's the same fucking cookie, Frank.
They all taste pretty much identical.
Yeah. You have regular Oreos. This is the variety pack that Frank's buys. Oreos, double stuff for some variety, and then the vanilla ones.
I will say that
the vanilla ones are trash, and you know it.
That was a variety pack for Dr. Bossi's bachelor party that he had here in Nashville. So we had to stock up on provisions. So
on Oreos?
I don't know. We just
eat them all?
We basically had a shopping list and went to Costco and got about 65% of the things on that list. Then kind of.
What was on the list?
Oh, like reasonable things, like I don't know. Actually, what's like a reasonable shopping list?
Nerds rope.
Nerds rope. Caramel candy, beef jerky, mixed berries, and
some
a vegetable
Diet
tray.
Cokes.
Yeah, we got a lot of Diet Cokes and a lot of
chicken strips.
Oh yeah,
from Chick-fil-A.
Not from Chick-fil-A. We made it, pretty solid Costco run.
McDonald's hamburgers. It's not as good.
What's the difference between the patty from the Quarter Pounder and the regular McDonald's patty?
They say it's handmade. So it's freshly ground beef in the store.
Yeah, they just take a meat grinder and take some prime chuck and grind it.
Yeah, it's like an old Italian monkey that makes it. That's what it is, man. McDonald's is the best. That's the best. I don't know. I like the regular hamburger, the classic.
Yeah.
Something about it. Always good.
Or double
Never
cheeseburger.
had one bad. Never.
No, it's very predictable. You know what you're getting every time.
I have never
Yeah.
had one bad.
Yeah.
They don't exist.
No.
I went any given like regular restaurant. I got fajitas for lunch. It was like the meat was boiled, nasty.
Yeah.
Made me sick.
There's something, especially with inflation now, you know, and especially if you get something like on Uber Eats delivered or something, and then it turns out, yeah, you spend like $50, $60.
There was a hair in my food the other day,
and it comes out bad on top of it.
You never want to get Uber Eats Chipotle. Because
No,
Uber Eats driver goes in, he grabs a bag randomly.
Yeah.
And you better hope it's not something you like. Now, I don't like sour cream, and I don't really like guacamole. I don't like lettuce on my. I don't like brown rice. So I got a good. There's like, I don't like pork on it. So there's like 5 chances there that I have to miss.
Yeah.
And so the Uber Eats driver just goes in there like a lottery system, grabs a brown bag, and it might be yours. Like last week, I got Alexis's order. And her kid's order for shit. Like 2 pork carnita quesadillas. Awful.
Well, the other thing too
Orange
is
peel, some dog shit chocolate milk.
the other thing too is when you like when you order that stuff on Uber Eats, they definitely give you less.
Oh,
They give you those little micro scoops of the meat.
It's just like drone strikes from the U.S. It's some person hitting a button.
Yeah.
You can kill more people and not even think about it. You know what I mean? And so if they're getting Uber Eats online orders, they can give you like 3 pieces of chicken.
Yeah.
A lot of rice. They don't want to grill it.
Also, since when did Chipotle become like $19 for a bowl?
You know, that's a steak somewhere.
Yeah,
I thought I was getting it to save money. It ended up being $25. I get double steak, a tortilla on the side,
Yeah.
some chips. It's $25.
Isn't that crazy?
It's insane. A lot of people have to work for an hour during that.
Or more.
More. Stupid. Food costs are crazy, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'll do. Yeah, Chipotle. Site.
Yeah, I don't know. There's certain things where it's really noticeable, the inflation the past like 2 years, and I'd say groceries are by far one of the ones where you really notice it the most. It makes it almost more worth it to go to these places too.
Yeah, every time I go to get groceries, it's $100.
Yeah, you know, you go to
I get a thing of water. I get some electrolytes, Diet Cokes, Kodiak cake waffles, and that's really it.
That's $100.
It's $100. And I get those microwave dinners. But the problem is you have to eat 3 of them
Because
they're
they're
200
like,
calories
they're 200,
apiece,
280 calories.
which is not filling.
No, and they're like, you know, $9 each.
They're
So
not. They're like $8 each.
So
yeah.
you would have been better off just ordering something.
I could have ordered a steak for that price.
Yeah. Like I literally the other day was like, oh, you know, I kind of feeling a sandwich. I was like, well, I'll just make one. So I go to the Publix. I get a couple things. And like next thing I know, like literally all I bought was just stuff to make sandwiches. I spent $55 and I was like, huh. You know, it's like 20 or 30 more dollars than I like had anticipated, but like, you know, you want a good variety of meat.
Yeah.
I don't think I had any cheese left in my fridge, so
Yeah.
there goes another $10 and like
An Italian goes to make a sandwich. You're going to spend money.
yeah, it's just how it is.
You need like 3 different meats.
Minimum, yeah.
Good bread.
You know, I got some sun-dried tomatoes.
Oil and vinegar, sun-dried tomatoes,
This is
little peppers.
so none of this. So that trip didn't include any oil, vinegar.
It should have.
Well, no, because I already had that.
Of course
and
you
it was
did.
still it was still a $55 trip.
That's bullshit.
You
You could have went to Coco's.
I could have gone to. There's so many places I could have gone. Could have gone to Little Hats and gotten
Little Hats.
Little Hats subs. Solid.
Little Hats subs are the best.
Yeah. Jersey Mike's even too. They have it down to a science. That's another predictable product too.
Pretty decent.
You get the, you know, same amount of meat every time. Their vegetables are fresh.
It's better than Subway.
Oh, way better than Subway.
Jersey Mike's is the upper level sub.
Yeah. Jersey Mike's is like the go-to fast casual sub.
The
for
best
sure.
sub. Penn Station might be a second.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Firehouse.
Firehouse is okay.
It's okay. Quiznos used to be pretty good.
I don't even know where there's a Quiznos anymore.
There's one here on Uber Eats apparently because I got it the other day. Pretty damn good.
I think a Subway, not a Subway, but a sub shop would be a pretty fun business to have.
Yeah, you'd think it would be.
I think I'm just thinking that because I'd like to eat it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It's the same kind of fun you think of being in like a Journey cover band.
Yeah.
Until you play and you realize how stupid you look and how much problems it is. How much you guys fight. The lead singer couldn't hit the notes. Voice was off. You guys are off time. It's a pain in the ass. I thought it'd be fun to run a coffee shop. Then I went to a coffee shop. Stupid. Making food for anybody else.
It's hard.
Pain in the ass.
Yeah, and the margins aren't great. And your
margins are tiny. People are always complaining.
Sweating your ass off.
Give off free stuff.
Yeah.
And the cleanup. Good God. The cleanup.
Yeah.
You don't
the cleanup where people are eating, and then the cleanup, behind the counter.
There's so much cleanup. Let's want a SAS company.
SAS
diner.
A SAS diner.
Yeah, no cleanup, no overhead. It's all clean product. I barely clean up after myself.
We're leveraging OpenAI to create the best sub eating experience.
Yeah, I thought about.
It knows what you want before you walk in the door.
Let me know if you're interested. But I thought about going, and we can go half and half on this pizza vending machine. Find a place like one of those little parking lots in Nashville.
Oh.
Pay them a little bit because they have one in Vegas.
Yeah.
We can buy one for like $50,000.
Okay.
And then you put your money in, and you pay $20.
And it comes out
makes your
hot?
pizza. Yeah, we'll YouTube it after this.
Okay.
We go in half and half. We go on Broadway. We get one. Then we'll get enough money to pay for that. Then we'll get a second.
So we're gonna do the Burr method for vending machines.
Burr for vending machines. We'll get a small business loan, put $5,000 down, get the pizza.
First, we have to create an LLC.
Yeah, yeah. AI pizza.
AI pizza. Oh, if we just slap that sticker on the side of that,
we'll make shirts.
Yeah, eventually when we start selling merch, when our audience grows a little bit, I'm sure people would love to see the AI pizza shirts.
Yeah, if anybody comments, they get a free shirt. So just do it.
Just don't hold us to that because
no, we will. I'll give them a free shirt.
Then we'll get 100,000 people commenting on this.
I hope they do. I'll give them a free shirt. I don't give a shit. Did you just fart?
No, it was your phone vibrating on the counter.
Sure it was.
I mean, it was. I see it. It did it again.
Fucking phone. I'm on page. I'm on call for life.
For life. Got to go read some MRI brains with and without contrast.
It's always with and without.
Yeah.
It's the best part.
Yeah, more fun. You already know what it looks like, and now you see it. You see it twice.
It's with and without.
Yeah.
Double the radiation.
Well, not for an MRI.
I was just testing you.
I mean, it is double of zero, which is the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on how you look at it. Is the glass half full? Is it half empty? Or is
it's
it just
logarithmic?
Or is it just an inadequate use of volume?
It's logarithmic. We're all molecules just floating in a milieu of space.
All falling at quite a rate of speed.
Yes. That's good, right? We good?
Yeah, I think.
That was a fun
I think we covered
podcast.
we had a very, very good breadth of topics there.
Everybody loves kid shows.
Kid shows, OpenAI, lawsuits.
Now I'm going to show you that pizza vending machine. So let's close off here. We're going to get to our idea.
Okay.
You can see us on Broadway with AI pizza.
With AI pizza machine.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess we'll see everyone in the next episode of The Bird Hole. Bye.
Yeah, look at the Google pizza vending machine.